Hey, transmission transfer case that goes on a Jeep that we're rebuilding. You can see it's got a lot of gears in it, and it has bearings. And a bearing looks like this. It's a mechanism that allows a shaft to turn smoothly and also support it. These are used to be balls, and now it's a conical. Can you see that, where it's actually kind of slanted? And this is called the race. So in this case, you put the race into whatever the case or the part may be, and then you drop the bearing into it like that. Now, say like on your front wheel bearings on your car, you have to pack those with grease. But in some cases on something like this, it'll actually self-lubricate itself once we put it all together and fill it up with fluid that actually lubricates this whole transfer case. Now, the issue is that when you try to drop that bearing on top of this shaft, you can see it's not going to go on there. And it's what we call a press fit. It's not really on there that tight, but it's on there tight enough so that this inside part of it doesn't spin on the shaft and tear the shaft up. Now, what's the solution for that? Well, here at our shop, we use what's called a bearing heater. I don't know, it kind of looks like a Christmas tree, really. This is what we use, and we heat up these bearings. We plug this in, it gets really hot. You put the bearing on there, and you can see it takes a bearing about that big for probably a semi-truck, but we use this part of it, and it heats it up, and then we check it with a thermal gun like this, and we get on this one right now 241 degrees. So that should be hot enough for that bearing to expand just far enough for us to walk over here and not burn ourselves and drop it on this shaft, put it in place, let it cool off, and then it's there. So Gil's going to do that part of it. He's got on the special gloves for it, and I'm going to step out of the way while you watch him do that. Here. Drop it on just like that. And you can see the bearing just fell right down on the shaft, and the funny thing, not the funny thing, but the bottom line is at the end, this bearing won't come back off after it's cooled off. So if you're rebuilding a transmission or transfer case or anything where you have bearings that have a press fit, it's best that you heat it up. One solution I've seen other people do is to take the shaft itself and put it in the refrigerator. But in this case, see, these gears have to be in there first. We can't throw this whole thing in the refrigerator or the freezer, so we have to do the bearing part of it. If you're at home and you want to try this, you can use a really good heat gun. You might be able to get it hot enough that way. Get it hot, get it expanded, drop it on, let it cool off, and you're all there. Hey, I'm Barry Wilson for Wilson Auto Repair. Go to my website, wilsonauto.com. Hit the subscribe button on this particular YouTube if you want to see more of this. And we also have a blog, and we have copies of the blog also on our website, so you can enjoy all the things that we're trying to help you with when you're working on your own classic car.